It's Week 16 of the National Football League. And here we have Jalen Ford, who's now up to 60 tackles after last week's game. We can hardly wait for the start of this one on Monday night.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gardner. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
It's hard to be frustrated when you throw for nearly 400 yards, but I know he wanted to break that barrier. I think he got the pain eased a little bit when they named him NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, when you get the award, you know you had the best week in the conference, you'll let it slide. But, hey, that number well within his range. You know he's got the arm to do it in this one. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. A quick throw complete into the flat out left. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it, got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Holding offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 15 carries, 67 yards, and a touchdown.
And a rushing title's definitely within sight, so the excitement on the offensive side of the football, I mean, they're bouncing off the walls wanting to get out there. But they also understand that they're going to face some really stacked defenses down the stretch because they don't want it to happen at their expense.
They need 18 yards here on third down. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. So they bring out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
So this is what we find out about the game plan. The trust. In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Robinson with another carry. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard
Illegal
line.
block in the back. Offense.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
And a dump off here to Robinson. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. 2nd and 4. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2nd down and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 40-yard line.
They'll look to throw again.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
They'll run this one right with Robinson.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. He'll look to throw.
That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
There's a short throw caught by Sanders.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
16 more yards. That's another.
They go play action here on 1st down.
And once again, this is Sanders.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. The numbers for Sanders last week: 8 catches, 77 yards, and a touchdown.
And he now has 8 touchdowns on the season, and I just know this. He's going to be so eager to run routes in this one and try and get to the end zone at least 2 more times. 10 is a key number. Really signifies that you've had a big year.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. From the 9, 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Robinson up the middle.
Running right through it. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with him. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. But you look at this defense.
They are the 22nd ranked unit against the run in the NFL.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not?
To the right side and intercepted.
And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Second and 9 now. There's a short throw caught by Sanders.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. Now, he's had a knack for finding the end zone all season long. His numbers reflect that. Here we are in the month of December, and he sits atop the NFL leaderboard in terms of rushing touchdowns. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice gain.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
They'll drop the throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line.
Holding offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The home team's offense and running back Bijan Robinson set to take over once more. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game as you take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards by a running back, and he's right there in the mix.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. Now the ball comes loose. It's going the other way. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Now this offense back out, and now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose, and is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
They'll send Mitchell in motion right. Caught out left side by Robinson. Can he stay on his feet? Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now a play fake here on first down.
He'll get this complete to Worthy.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
The rookie from Texas looking sharp on that throw. He gets his guys a first down.
Back to throw now on first down.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover.
At the 14-yard line.
Robinson gets the toss on the right side.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
It's third down and 4.
They'll look to throw here.
That is caught.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked out, went in, and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape for the first and goal.
Robinson is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Second and goal at the 2-yard line.
Robinson again.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Bijan Robinson.
His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
They were able to stop him at the line on first down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the second try.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his man on the out route. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. Now back to throw. Oh, eluding the tackle. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his right. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. He has just been a road for opposing offenses to account for now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive.
He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
They'll set up a throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And taken right on the 30. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more.
The offense back out there at the line ready for their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Open man is Komet, the tight end.
And he will take it in for the touchdown. Cole Komet with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys are able to make this a close game again.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it was all capped off by Cole Kmet with a touchdown catch.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
Here's a screen for Robinson.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On first down, he'll drop to throw.
There's a short throw caught by Sanders.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
Open man down the field. This is Mitchell.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Adnan Mitchell.
50 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where it was the Packers who get the win at home. Sean Clifford leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we're off to check out another game. And as you see, they were losers earlier this afternoon. Drake London, a touchdown catch in the victory. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
And able to get this out to the 25. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, Good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Mitchell. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
At the 48-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Escapes the sack. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. In motion, the tight end. On play action, they'll throw. Fighting to stay upright. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Holding offense.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. He'll look to throw. A short one here, caught by McBride. They'll give him 4 yards there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Keeps himself upright. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this will remain an 11-point spread. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd and 6. That's complete right side to Kmet.
And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown.
Cole Kmet.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And his guys have made this a 1-score game now.
So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll get in for the 2 points, and that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This will be fielded at the 17.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
And he fends him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Looking for the crossing route, and he's got Mitchell. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 22-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards.
They're going to look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And taken right at the 35. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Looking to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They'll set up to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. They'll look to throw again. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
They get the crucial turnover just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
The tight end in motion right. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Let's go now.
Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
2nd and 13. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
There's a short throw. It's caught by Komet.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 9 yards that time.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. From the 38 now. Here's 2nd and 6.
They'll set up a throw. Pressure comes and down he goes. And go in the books This is a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
And it's no good, just short. He gave it a good run, but maybe a foot or two short of the crossbar. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
A fourth quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that was prepared for him to try and take off.
Here's 2nd and 8.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Third down and 8 yards to go.
Back to throw here.
And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free, no first down.
A 63-yard attempt.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and that will keep this a 3-point game.
Maybe an important fourth quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the posts. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
Breaks through the contact. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's got it. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. From 21 yards away. And his guys have taken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now the point after try for Santos. And that will make this a 4-point game. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
There's a short throw caught by Sanders.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too. They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
At their 49-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Back to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Well, I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That is intercepted. Picked up by Deshaun Elliott. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. Well, they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
How many times in the course of the game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there.
Absolutely.
Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run with Robinson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. That is intercepted. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by a field goal, 1:15 remaining. How costly of an interception will that be? It's time to find out. 1st and 10. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Flushed out right. And fights through one man. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold it first.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the race.